Good afternoon, everyone. I, Kritika Singh, Territory Manager, CityNeeds, welcome you all to Punjab NGO Meet. We have eminent personalities among us today who are leaving no stone unturned to create a better society. I welcome Shri M Goel, Advisor Punjab CSR Authority, Shri Upkar Singh Ahuja, President CICU, industry experts, Mrs. Mridula Jan Ma'am, Founder Shingora Textiles, who have always been our mentor and patron, and all the NGOs from Punjab, and everyone attending this meeting. CityNeeds is really grateful to all of you for taking out your precious time today. Today, we are celebrating World NGO Day, and what could be a better way to celebrate this special day with a constructive discussion for a better society. We take privilege to start this session by hearing from Sri Upkar Singh Ahuja. He's president of Chamber of Industrial and Commercial Undertakings and founder New Swan Group. He has done impactful and commendable work for the society. As president of CICU, he has organized numerous workshops, development programs for welfare of industries and laborers. So we are glad to have you with us. Now we would like to hear from you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my immense pleasure to be with you on this very important day. And I am very much thankful and I congratulate CityNeeds for this wonderful program, because NGO is a very important part of our society, and it is the need of the hour, where government can't reach and other part of the society can't reach, and NGO plays a vital role. So it is very important these days. I will straight away come to the point. I think how we can strengthen the NGOs and what are the activities NGO can do to serve better to the society. I think the structure of the NGO should be strengthened. I have seen many NGOs, they start and they fade after a few years. So if we create a strong structure, register them under proper Society Act or Company Act, and set up the strong rules for the society, then they can work for longer time. People may come and go and they contribute and they lead the organization for some time, and then they hand over to the next aspirant to serve the nation. So I think this is the shortcoming I have seen in most of the NGOs. And few point I like to add where NGO can play a vital role. So today I came across a very interesting video that a youngster was distributing free food in a train in Ukraine. So that is our tradition also. Langar is one of the very important part of our society, Langar and Seva. So although we have modernized, but I think we should stick to our roots also. So whenever there is need, we should organize. And even during the COVID time, a lot of NGOs, lot of religious places, they supported the people from other states with the langar and free food. And in Punjab, fortunately, there was peace and there was no, you can say, situation like in Delhi because everybody was getting food to survive. So I think we should also look to our roots when we are going forward. The one of the other pillar that we need to strengthen is green and shining Ludhiana. Lot of companies are working for a lot of NGOs. They are working for green Ludhiana, but we should also focus on shining Ludhiana. Sometimes there is a one very shabby or old board lying on the street which need to be painted or which need to be you can say decorated so that when any person from outside, and there are so many garbage dumps which need to be either to be removed or maybe the modernized static compactor to be installed or it should be covered, and dustbin should be placed everywhere so that, and use of habit of dustbin is also important. Then sport to the slum areas. Education, few organization I have seen they are supporting the slum with the education, because if we don't upgrade the people in the slums, the crime will increase in the city. So we must, with the health checkup, with the education system, the basic amenity a human being need, I think we must support the slum, but not with the money, because when we give money, it is misused. So I think the basic need of the human being should be given to the slums. So government normally ask for volunteers. One is the financial part, second is the other aspects of the NGOs. So if we create some volunteers, those can support the government for traffic control and for so many other activities. I think it can also be a lot of help. Upgradation of education system. Normally, our company also upgrade the schools. We provide them proper flooring, painting, but the need is how there the student used to come from very poor families, and the our study system is very boring there. So if we form a NGO, how to make study interesting for in the government school, that is also, I think, play a vital role for improvement of our education system. Legal awareness is again very important. If legally we are aware, so because developed countries in Europe, US, everybody has a better legal awareness level compared to our Punjab or compared to India. So if everybody is legally aware, you know what is his right, and then the crime and the other antisocial activities will automatically reduce. So Make in Ludhiana is our dream. We have created a page on Facebook, Make in Ludhiana, and then we have upgraded to manufacturer and buyers network. So Ludhiana is a manufacturing city, and we are providing, I think, more than 15 lakh people we are providing jobs. So how we can promote this brand? Because I have seen in many cities abroad where governments and the NGOs, they promote their industry also. And we should work, all the chain and all the stakeholders must work together. I have seen in many exhibition abroad, when you go to the exhibition, even the railways, the local government, the schools, the education institute, academy, and they work in one direction. Wherever in India, we are not able to reach up to that extent. So I think I have whatever was in my mind. I am not expert in this, but there are so many other experts. We should hear from them. So with these words, I wish CityNeeds and other NGOs a very successful year ahead. And whenever my services are required, please feel free to contact me. I am putting in the chat box my contact info also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are really inspired by you. Now I would like to introduce the panelists we have on board, who will be going through our NGOs projects and provide us guidance with their immense experience. We have Naveen Agarwal, Finance and CSR Head of Upkar Spring, SM Sidhu, HR Manager, NEVA, Neeru Agarwal, Legal Expert, Gautam Malhotra, Vice President CICU, Joginder Singh, Factory Manager Kramika, Samunder Sir, HR Manager Vardhaman, Mr. Pradeep Khanna, CFO IOL Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals, Mr. Bharat Bhushan, Finance Head Duke. Panelists, we are glad to have you all today. Now our NGOs will give their project overview. It's a gentle reminder to all our NGOs that only take time limit of 3 minutes. Kindly avoid exceeding it by making sure you explain your projects precisely.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks CityNeeds for providing this opportunity to all the NGOs to be there and share our projects with CICU. I am Dr. Jinder Chawla. I am Chairman of Ashachin Welfare Society. All of us are today aware, rather acutely aware about the problems in Ukraine. There are around 18,000 students stuck in there in the medical colleges. There are around 23,000 students studying in China. There are more than 1 lakh students studying in various Soviet bloc countries. Why they are all there? And around 30% of them are from Punjab. That means we are having an exodus of students from India to other countries. Why? Because the education in India has become, particularly higher education, has become so expensive that it's gone beyond the reach of all middlemen. Ashachin Welfare Society has been working for the education of the students by building the infrastructure in government schools, and making them into smart schools. We also provide scholarship to the school students who are working in the public schools by providing 1,000 rupees scholarship to the meritorious students. There are currently 54 students who are availing this scholarship with us. But overall, it's around 91 students who have already availed the scholarship scheme. Now, today, what I'm going to present is a solution to the exodus of medical and engineering students to other countries. What we are trying to do is put up a system, a microfinancing system, where we'll infuse some money into the project and we'll provide scholarship to medical and engineering students to the tune of 1.5 lakhs for medical and around 1 lakh for engineering students. Let's say we take 20 students each, and total budget will be around 50 lakhs per annum to begin with. And the project is planned on a scheme of microfinancing. That means after completion of their degrees, they will start returning the loan. So this is a loan, not a charity. So they will start returning these funds back to us, and if we do all the calculations, it's around 9 years that this project will be self-sustaining, self-funding. That means all the students which are coming in will be sponsoring the next students who will be there. The project will be, of course, executed through a body of executive managers combined by industry as well as the Ashachin Welfare Society. And what we want to achieve is to help the students live their dream and help them live that dream with self-esteem. Thank you so much.
So,
How much time?
The way Asha Jain understand each one teach one project is highly commendable. Now we have initiators of change, and it is represented by the founder Gaurav Singh on board today.
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। मेरा नाम गौरवदीप सिंह है जी and I'm the founder chairman of Initiators of Change. I'm going to talk about education and the projects we are doing. उस तो पहले मैं दस देना ਅਸੀਂ पिछले 6 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਚਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਐਂਡ ਇਸ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ 16 ਤੋਂ 22 ਤੋਂ 25 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਯੰਗਸਟਰ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ। 6 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੇ 4 ਯੰਗਸਟਰਸ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਈ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵਸ ਆਫ ਚੇਂਜ। ਅੱਜ 2000 ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਯੰਗਸਟਰਸ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਹੈ ਤੇ 8 ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਰਕ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਅਵੇਅਰਨੈਸ, ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਐਂਡ ਹਿਊਮੈਨਿਟੇਰੀਅਨ ਏਡ ਤੇ। ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਉਸਾਰੀ, ਅਨਫੋਲਡਿੰਗ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਐਂਡ ਐਂਬਿਸ਼ਨਸ ਆਫ ਰੂਰਲ ਇੰਡੀਆ। 6 ਸਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਜੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰਿਅਲਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਰਿਅਲਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 2 ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਸਦੇ ਆ। ਪਹਿਲਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ 'ਚ ਤੇ ਦੂਜਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ 'ਚ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ ਵਾਲਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਜੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਘੱਟ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਰਨ ਸਕੂਲਸ, ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਸਕੂਲਸ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈ। ਬਟ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਬਚਦੀ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਸਕੂਲ। ਐਂਡ ਡੇਟਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ 12,700 ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 60% ਪਿੰਡ ਐਸੇ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ 60 ਤੋਂ 70% ਪਿੰਡ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕੋ ਸਕੂਲ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਸਕੂਲ। ਤੇ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਸਕੂਲ ਵੀ ਸਟਰੈਂਥਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਜੋ ਸਕੂਲ ਵੀ ਐਮਪਾਵਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ 5th ਕਲਾਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਛੱਡ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਹੁਣ ਉਪਕਾਰ ਊਰਜਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਇਟਸ ਨਾਟ ਓਨਲੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਟੂ ਐਮਪਾਵਰ ਦ ਇੰਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨਸ ਵਿਦ ਦ ਇਨਫਰਾਸਟ੍ਰਕਚਰ ਬਟ ਆਲਸੋ ਵਿਦ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਐਂਡ ਐਂਬਿਸ਼ਨਸ। So what we are working on is project Usari works not only on infrastructure. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪੈਸਾ ਲਗਾ ਕੇ ਸਮਾਰਟ ਕਲਾਸਰੂਮ, ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀ, ਡਿਜੀਟਲ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼, ਹਾਈਜੀਨ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਤਾਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੀ ਆ, ਪਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵੋਲੰਟੀਅਰਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੋਲੰਟੀਅਰਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸੌਫਟ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਐਂਡ ਐਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਸਿਸ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ MOU ਸਾਈਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ Punjab government ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, Punjab School Education Department ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, that every school that we adopt, in every school that we adopt we'll be taking classes weekly or fortnightly. ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ 3 ਸਕੂਲਸ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਾਰਮ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ। ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀਜ਼, ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਲੈਬ, ਸਮਾਰਟ ਕਲਾਸਰੂਮਸ, ਹਾਈਜੀਨ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਐਂਡ ਬਿਊਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ। ਬਿਊਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਿਊਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਾਨ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਮੰਦਿਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਸਕੂਲ ਵੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ 50 ਸਕੂਲਸ ਦਾ ਟਾਰਗੇਟ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਅਗਲੇ 3 ਸਕੂਲਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਅੱਜ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਮਦਦ ਮੰਗਣ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਕੂਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਡਾਪਟ ਕਰੇ। We don't want your money. We want you to come aboard and partner with us and spend yourself on these schools and we will facilitate all the work that we want to do. ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ execute ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਆ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਤਾਕਤ ਹੈ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਉਪਕਾਰ ਊਰਜਾ ਜੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ volunteers ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। So we are there to work on ground, create that transformation and make sure that the money that we spend on schools, it's not only for infrastructure but for the lives of the students. ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ 1000 ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਪੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ 1000 ਹੋਰ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਮੰਗਣ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੂੰਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿਕਚਰਸ ਦਿਖਾਈਏ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਸਲਾਈਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਮੇਜਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਕਿਹੜੀ maybe it's not visible but there are images which will be sent to you ਕਿ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਬਿਫੋਰ ਆਫਟਰ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਾਰਟਨਰ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਆਓ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਉਸਾਰੀ ਕਰੀਏ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।
It was great hearing you, sir. Now I would like to invite Eknoor Seva Kendra, and today Amarjeet Singh will be representing this NGO.
सत श्री अकाल जी सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ। मैं अमरजीत सिंह वॉलंटियर एकनूर सेवा केंद्र। एकनूर सेवा केंद्र पिछले 8-10 सालों तो सेवा करी है जी मैडिकल फील्ड च। सरकारी हॉस्पिटल, सिविल हॉस्पिटल लुधियाना च साडी जिहड़ी टीम है वो उत्थे दवाइयां दी फ्री दवाइयां दी सेवा करदी रही, उत्थे लवारस मरीजां दी सेवा संभाल दी सेवा करदी रही, सिटी स्कैन एक्सरेज वगैरह करांदे रहे। ते पिछले 8-10 सालों तो चलो साडा विजन बनया, सानू लोड़ महसूस हुई एक अजिहा हॉस्पिटल बनाउण दी जिथे एक गरीब आदमी, जिथे एक लोड़वंद आदमी अपना इलाज करा सके, क्योंकि ਇਹਦੀ बहुत ज्यादा लोड़ है क्योंकि मैडिकल का बहुत महंगा सिस्टम होंदा सी। ते इसलिए अज तुहाडे सामने असीं जिहड़ा प्रोजैक्ट लैके आ रहे हैं एकनूर नेकी दा अस्पताल। नाम तो ही आप भी समझ सकते हो नेकी दा अस्पताल है जिथे आप सारे अपने हिस्से की नेकी करनी है। सर पिछले मैं आप जी नूं दसना चाहांगा कि पिछले 1.5-2 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਜੀ। ਤੇ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਲਗਾ ਦਿਓ ਜੀ। ਪਿਛਲੇ 1.5-2 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਇੱਥੇ 125 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 150 ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਦੇ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟਸ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜੀ। ਹਾਂ, ਸਿਰਫ 1 ਮਹੀਨਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਸ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ 150 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 125 150 ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟਸ ਇਸ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਚ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਇਸ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਚ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਇਹਦੀ ਓਪੀਡੀ ਦੀ ਫੀਸ ਸਿਰਫ 20 ਰੁਪਏ ਹੈ ਜੀ। 20 ਰੁਪਏ ਤੋਂ ਭਾਵ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਡਾਕਟਰਸ ਕੌਣ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਐਮਡੀ ਮੈਡੀਸਿਨ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਜੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਲੋੜ ਪਵੇ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ 'ਚ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, 500 ਰੁਪਏ ਤੋਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੀ ਫੀਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਉੱਥੇ ਐਮਡੀ ਮੈਡੀਸਿਨ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਐਮਐਸ ਆਰਥੋ ਦੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਉੱਥੇ ਗਾਇਨੀ ਦੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਉੱਥੇ ਐਮਡੀ ਡੀਐਮ ਨੈਫਰੋਲੋਜਿਸਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦੇ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਉਹ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਸਿਰਫ 20 ਰੁਪਏ 'ਚ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ 20 ਰੁਪਏ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਬੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੱਗੇ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਫ੍ਰੀ 'ਚ ਕਰਾਈ, ਕਿ ਡਿਗਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਵਿਦ ਡਿਗਨਿਟੀ। ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਲੋਗਨ ਹੈ ਇਗਨੋਰ ਨੇਕੀ ਦਾ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਦਾ। ਸਰ ਮੈਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫਾਰਮੇਸੀ ਖੁੱਲੀ ਹੈ, ਫਾਰਮੇਸੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 10 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਆਪ ਜੀ ਫਾਰਮੇਸੀ ਦਿਖਾਓ ਪਲੀਜ਼। ਉੱਥੇ 8-10 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫਾਰਮੇਸੀ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦਵਾਈਆਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਰਚਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਸਪਤਾਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਮਹਿੰਗਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚੈਰੀਟੇਬਲ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਸਪੀਟਲਸ ਆ, ਉਹ ਦਵਾਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਿੰਗਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕੰਮ। ਭਾਵੇਂ ਓਪੀਡੀ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਬਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਸਰਜਰੀਜ਼ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਹਿੰਗੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ। ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਨੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਓਨਲੀ ਸੇਵਾ, ਲਾਗਤ ਮੁੱਲ ਤੇ ਦਵਾਈਆਂ। ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਾਂਗਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਹੀ ਲਾਗਤ ਮੁੱਲ ਤੇ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਫਾਰਮੇਸੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਜੀ। ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਹੈ, ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ 450 ਰੁਪਏ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ। 450 ਰੁਪਏ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਬਾਹਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ 1500 ਤੋਂ 2000 ਰੁਪਏ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ 450 ਰੁਪਏ 'ਚ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਗ ਲੱਗ ਜੇ, ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦਾ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਨਾ, ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਹਫਤੇ 'ਚ 2 ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਹੋਣੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਮਤਲਬ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ 8 ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ। ਤੇ 8 ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਵੀ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ 15 ਤੋਂ 20,000 ਰੁਪਏ ਦਾ ਖਰਚਾ। ਕੋਈ ਇੱਕ ਗਰੀਬ ਆਦਮੀ ਜਿਹਦੀ ਤਨਖਾਹ 10-15 ਹਜ਼ਾਰ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੋਅਰ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀਕਰ ਅੰਡਰ ਪ੍ਰਿਵਿਲੇਜ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਪਿਸ ਰਿਹਾ ਆਫਟਰ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖਾ। ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਏਕਨੂਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਕੇਂਦਰ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਪੂਰੀ ਡੈਡੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ, ਸੇਵਾ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਨਾਲ, ਇਸ ਮੋਟਿਵ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਇਲਾਜ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ-ਬਾਰ ਨਾ ਵਿਕ ਜਾਣ ਕਿਤੇ ਇਲਾਜ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ 450 ਰੁਪਏ 'ਚ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੇ ਅੱਛੀਆਂ 4 ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਡਾਇਲਿਸਿਸ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੈਬ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਲੈਬ 'ਚ 75 ਤੋਂ 80% ਲੈਸ ਰੇਟਾਂ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਲਾਜ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ। ਭਾਵ ਏਕਨੂਰ ਨੇਕੀ ਦਾ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ, ਉਹਦਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗਰੀਬ ਲੋੜਵੰਦ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀਕਰ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਦਾ, ਉਹਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨਾ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸੇਵਾ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਿੱਦਤ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। शिद्दत वो लफ्ज है सर भी जेड़ा कहते ना भाई अगर तुम किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो सारी कायनात तुम्हें उस चीज को मिलाने में लग जाती है। तो मैनू आज मैं स्ट्रोंगली बिलीव करता सर कि अज दी जिहड़ी मीटिंग सिटी नीड्स दे प्लेटफॉर्म ते सानू मिली है, एक मौका मिलिया, ये भी उस कायनात ने सानू मौका दिता मिलाण दा। ते मैं आप जी नू बेनती करना, सानू एक मैंटोर्स मिल रहे ने, तुहाडे वर्गे इंडस्ट्री तो मैंटोर्स मिल रहे ने जिहड़े कि साडी बाह फड़ के नाल नेकी दे रस्ते ते चलण लई तैयार ने। आई रियली एडमायर दैट भी वो परमात्मा ही इह सेवा दा कारज है ते आपां सारिआं ने रल मिल के करना। साडा जिहड़ा अगला प्रोजेक्ट है, हुण हॉस्पिटल चल पिया, हुण हॉस्पिटल ते 125-150 बंदा रोज आ रहा, एक उम्मीद भरी निगाहां नाल एक साडे सारिआं वल देख रहा कि आओ हुण इत्थे असीं ऑपरेशन थिएटर शुरू करिए। सर ऑपरेशन थिएटर असीं मॉडुलर रोटी बनाउण दा साडा प्रोग्राम है, 25 ਤੋਂ 30 ਲੱਖ रुपया साडा हैगा उत्ते ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ। ਟੋਟਲ ਇਸ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ 'ਚ ਅਜੇ 1 ਕਰੋੜ 1.5 ਕਰੋੜ ਰੁਪਇਆ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਅਲ ਬੜੀ ਉਮੀਦ ਭਰੀਆਂ ਨਿਗਾਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ, ਆਓ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਕਾਰਜ ਨੂੰ ਸਫਲ ਕਰੀਏ। ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਨਾ, ਇਹ ਵਿਅਰਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਜਾਵੇ। ਆਓ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਜ ਨੂੰ ਸਫਲ ਕਰੀਏ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
Thank you so much, Amarjeet sir. It was a commendable project presented by you. Now we have Shubhra Nanda ma'am from Do Good Foundation, and she'll be speaking of her project.
Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm Subra and I'm representing Do Good Foundation and Sneh Sanskar Gurukul Trust. Sneh Sanskar Gurukul Trust was started in December 2016 by a founder visionary Dada Shriji. And the aim of this initiative is to provide free education to underprivileged children. But our education system is going to be with a twist. The modern education system is very exam oriented, very competition driven. But we want to impart life skills and values to our small children. So the aim is that we start a project in Kamano. A very kind-hearted philanthropist has already provided us with a school building, which is present over there. But right now the school is not under operation. So they have requested our foundation to come and impart holistic development to children, such as, Mother Earth prayer, environment-friendly things, taking care of their health needs, physical, emotional aspects, as well as their growth. So for academic part, we will be employing some teachers and experts from the education field are already a part of our foundation. And we have also been running 2 more schools. One is in Karjat, which is a village near Maharashtra. The present number of children enrolled there are 50. And there is another parallel project running, which is a pre-primary school in Amritsar. So both these projects are running and we have had amazing response with great confidence development in all our children. And now I would like to invite Mansi to share further about this project.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Actually, following Subra, now let's talk about little about the funds. So funds we would require in 2 phases. One is going to be the renovation phase, and second is the operational phase. So for the permanent this thing we would want for renovation and for transport, like we would like to hire a bus or something, and electrical plumbing work, all this going to be the fixed thing. And for the operational, that for kids, for their meals, uniform, salaries, admin, and for this we would want funds for that. And finally, then we're going to go to the reporting part, which will involve starting hiring of teachers, starting with the transport facility, then enroll number of students enrolled, and their fixed, how they are going to go back home, transport facilities, and finally, towards the operational this thing, that how many students are coming, and extracurricular activities, their growth in terms of academics, extracurricular, and we'll be providing meals twice a day. And from there, we're going to do the final reporting, how we are going to use those funds in a very great manner, in which kids and the school functioning is properly functioning well. So thank you, and looking forward to join hands for your support for coming up the project for underprivileged children, their schooling starting from the daycare for an year or so, going up to the primary school in couple of years, and then finally to the secondary school. Let's join hands together, because there at least we start from the 50 students, and they are waiting to start the school and get on it. They are really waiting, because we have been visiting quite regular, and they're just looking forward that when they can, as soon as they can start the school, because our team is continuously visiting the site, and we are just waiting. We just started with the boring part, that's it. The regular visits are being doing, and actually whenever we go, kids come running to us asking that when are we going to start the school. Thank you so much. Looking forward for your support and joining hands. Thank you so much. Great presentation, Do Good Foundation. Now, may I ask Dr. Mehak Bansal to present FleoCare Foundation.
Hello, I am Dr. Mehek Bansal. I am a pediatric ICU specialist and I am representing Clio Care Welfare Association. मेरी जर्नी 15 साल से मैं बच्चों की डॉक्टर हूँ और एक 45 बेडेड आईसीयू चलाती हूँ जहाँ पे मेरे लिए हर बच्चे की लाइफ प्रेशियस होती है और उनके लिए मैं उनकी जान बचाने की कोशिश करती हूँ। मेरी जर्नी 12 साल पहले एसजीबी फाउंडेशन से शुरू हुई जहाँ पे मैंने एक अनाथ आश्रम और वहाँ पे मैं उन बच्चों के साथ 12 साल से हूँ। अब मैं ऑलमोस्ट 4 ऑर्फनेजेस, एक जुवेनाइल सेंटर के साथ अटैच्ड हूँ और जब मैंने इनको देखा, मैंने ये देखा कि वहाँ पे बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं। वी हैव क्लोज टू 250 किड्स इन दीज 4 ऑर्फनेजेस। दिक्कत क्या है, ये बच्चे 18 साल के बाद दुनिया में छोड़ दिए जाते हैं। इनको एक बेसिक स्कूलिंग, जो कि सारे ऑर्फनेजेस उसी से डील कर रहे हैं, विद बेसिक फूड, शेल्टर एंड एजुकेशन, और उसके बाद इनको दुनिया में छोड़ दिया जाता है। इन बच्चों के पास कोई स्किल, कोई एजुकेशन, कुछ नहीं होती। सेकंड, जुवेनाइल जेल में बहुत सारे बच्चे डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, छोटी छोटी चोरियां की होती है और कई बच्चे तो ऐसे ही फंस जाते हैं। उन बच्चों के लिए वहां पर कुछ भी नहीं है, कोई स्किल डेवलपमेंट, कोई एजुकेशन, कुछ नहीं है, जिसके लिए हम सारे स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं। एक भी इंसान यहाँ से एक अच्छा इंसान और एक स्किल लेकर निकलेगा तो उनकी उसकी दुनिया चेंज हो सकती है। नंबर 3, आई एम टेकिंग केयर ऑफ ऑलमोस्ट 50 mentally retarded special children with disabilities. उनके लिए स्पीच थेरेपी, लैंग्वेज थेरेपी, ये सब मिसिंग है। What is the obstacle? ये सारे बच्चे एक ही कैंपस में रहते हैं, इनको बाहर नहीं ले जाया जा सकता for these special education and workshops. So my vision is to organize workshops, डांस वर्कशॉप, स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज, सिलाई कढ़ाई, कुछ बेसिक स्किल जो इन बच्चों को इम्पार्ट की जाए ताकि ये आगे चल के अपनी एक जिंदगी, रिस्पेक्टेबल जिंदगी बिता सकें बिना पेरेंट्स के और एक अच्छी जिंदगी लीड कर सकें। And I need your support. I need your, ideas. Unfortunately, being a doctor, I don't know anything other than this. So I need support in organizing the workshops in these areas, maintaining them, financing them, and make each child self-dependent. Thank you.
Amazing presentation, Dr. Mehek Bansal ma'am. You are on a great mission and we wish you all the best to achieve your goals. And now we want Shashi Bhushan sir from Helping Hands Club to join us.
नमस्कार, मैं शशि भूषण हेल्पिंग हैंड्स क्लब की तरफ से। हमारी एनजीओ हेल्पिंग हैंड्स क्लब लास्ट 12 ईयर से काम कर रही है एजुकेशन सेक्टर पर और हेल्थ सेक्टर पर। एनजीओ के द्वारा एक फ्री एजुकेशन सेंटर, एक बुक बैंक, लाइव ब्लड डोनर्स, ओल्ड एज होम और स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर हम काम करते हैं। एक कंप्यूटर सेंटर हमारा संगला वाला शवाला के पास चल रहा है, जिसमें हमारे पास 12 कंप्यूटर लगे हैं और अराउंड 600 स्टूडेंट्स वहाँ पे एजुकेशन लेते हैं। इसके अलावा 2017 में एनजीओ ने एक बुक बैंक स्टार्ट किया था, जिसमें अराउंड हम अब तक 1.7 लाख बुक्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर चुके हैं, जिसके हम अगर 40% कॉस्ट में निकालें सेकंड हैंड के हिसाब से तो अराउंड 1.25 CR के करीब बन जाती है। तो अब जो हमारा मकसद है वो है कि जिस लेवल पे हम काम करना चाहते हैं उसके लिए हमको जगह की ये कमी रहती है, तो अब हम इसको बड़े लेवल पे करना चाहते हैं, जिसमें एक ऐसा बुक बैंक हो जिसकी कैपेसिटी जो है वो 1 लाख बुक्स के करीब हो और हमारे पास एक ऐसी वैन हो जो पूरे शहर से अलग अलग एरिया से बुक्स कलेक्ट कर सके और यहाँ तक ला सके। तो उसके लिए हमने ये जो स्मार्ट क्लास मिशन है इसको ये स्टार्ट किया है। स्मार्ट क्लास मिशन हमने रखा है, जिसके लिए हमको ऑलरेडी एक ग्रांट मिल चुकी है, जिसमें हम 20 कंप्यूटर्स की एक एडवांस लैब स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं। एक बच्चों के लिए ई लर्निंग सेंटर होगा, जिसमें इंटरनेशनल लेवल्स के जो स्टूडेंट टीचर्स हैं वो बच्चों को ऑनलाइन पढ़ा सकेंगे। स्टूडेंट्स जिनकी कैपेसिटी नहीं है पढ़ने की, वो प्राइवेट ट्यूशन नहीं ज्वाइन कर सकते, तो वो इस ई लर्निंग सेंटर में फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट पढ़ सकते हैं। बुक बैंक का जो कंसेप्ट है कि आजकल हम जब देखते हैं कि जो अराउंड 1 बुक का सेट है, अगर हम मीडियम क्लास की बात करें तो किसी भी क्लास का जो सेट है वो 10,000 के करीब एक सेट पड़ता है, जो एक मीडियम क्लास के लिए बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है उसको परचेज करना, एक तरह का उनके लिए प्रोजेक्ट बन जाता है। तो काफी फैमिली ऐसी होती हैं जो इस हर साल नया सेट जो है वो परचेज नहीं कर पाती है। तो उसके लिए 2017 में एनजीओ द्वारा बुक बैंक का प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट किया गया था। इस टाइम हमारे पास 25,000 के करीब ऐसी बुक्स पड़ी हैं जिनको हम बुक बैंक में नहीं रख पाते स्पेस की कमी के कारण, और नया बुक सेंटर चाहते हैं कि नया बुक बैंक खोला जाए जिसमें 1 लाख के करीब बुक्स हों, और वहाँ पे अराउंड 1 करोड़ की बुक्स वर्थ रुपीज 1 करोड़ की बुक्स हम एवरी ईयर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट वहाँ से कर सकें। इसके अलावा हमारा जो मकसद है एक ऐसा मोबाइल वैन खरीदने की है जिसमें पूरा सेटअप हो, लाइब्रेरी का सेटअप हो, और वो अलग अलग एरियाज में जाके एजुकेशन को और स्टडी को उसको इनकरेज कर सके। इसके लिए हमको जो चैलेंज आते हैं वो है कि अराउंड हम देखते हैं कि हर साल किसी न किसी सब्जेक्ट्स की जो बुक्स हैं वो चेंज हो जाती हैं, तो उनके लिए हमको वो स्टॉक नया एवरी ईयर परचेज करना पड़ता है। तो उसके लिए हमको फंड्स चाहिए होते हैं। स्टूडेंट्स भी हमको जो बुक्स वापस देके जाते हैं वो भी 80% बुक्स ही वापस देके जाते हैं, तो 20% उनको जो स्टॉक्स है वो हमारे पास वापस नहीं आता है। इसके अलावा स्टूडेंट्स की जो नीड रहती है स्टेशनरी की, तो उनको रजिस्टर्स और स्टेशनरी चाहिए होती है जो हमको ये परचेज करके उनको प्रोवाइड करनी पड़ती है ताकि वो अपनी सेशन का जो पूरा स्टडी है वो कंप्लीट कर सके। तो उसके लिए हमारा जो मकसद है कि अराउंड जो हमारे पास 20 लाख का जो हम फंड सोच रहे हैं कि अगर हमारे पास इंडस्ट्री से आता है तो उसको हम इस प्रोजेक्ट के लिए लगा सकेंगे, जिसमें हम पूरा एक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर स्मार्ट स्कूल ई लर्निंग सेंटर खोल सकेंगे, एक मोबाइल वैन खरीद सकेंगे और 20 कंप्यूटर्स की एक लैब वहाँ पे सेटअप कर सकेंगे। इसके अलावा जो CSR फंड हैं वो ऑलरेडी हम जो रिसीव कर रहे हैं, तो इसके लिए आपका धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. Now we have Dr. Sangeeta from Women Next Door presenting her project.
Namaskar, I'm Dr. Sangeeta Bedar Kushwaha, founder member Women Next Door and spokesman for today's meet. And I'm here to share about the our forthcoming project, menstrual hygiene of the women. And this is really a sad state that the female in India, 75% of them are not very aware of the importance of the menstrual hygiene. And UNICEF says कि जो भारत में 31% छोटी लड़कियां हैं जिनको महावारी नहीं होती है, उनको मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन के बारे में पता ही नहीं होता। तब तक पता नहीं होता कि जब तक उनकी महावारी शुरू नहीं होती और इसके बारे में उनको कोई भी जागरूकता नहीं होती है। So this lack of awareness creates a lot of health hazards, and these health hazards not only affect their health but also their education. Reason being, जैसे ही उनको हमारी जो अंडर प्रिविलेज क्लास से बच्चियां आती हैं और वो प्यूबर्टी पे पहुंचती हैं, उनको महावारी शुरू होती है, तो महावारी के शुरू होने के पश्चात ही उन्हें स्कूल से निकाल दिया जाता है कि वो बड़ी हो गई है, जवान हो गई है, और उनकी हेल्थ और हाइजीन की तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया जाता, उनको एक बीमारी की तरह ले लिया जाता है। सो बट हियर हमारी संस्था यहाँ कैसे आती है? वुमेन नेक्स्ट डोर thinks कि we can help in bringing a little bit of change. Women Next Door एक यंग संस्था है, 2019 में आई है, और who is working for the cause of women empowerment, girl child education and health and hygiene of women. So हम क्या समझते हैं कि together with our knowledge and tech partners we are going to launch a wide campaign for creating menstrual hygiene awareness amongst young girls in Punjab. This project will focus on rural and urban schools, and we will distribute child-friendly comics books, short videos, and other contents which can start easy discussion around menstruation in English as well as Punjabi and remove the taboo. Now, these books and videos will be arranged through our knowledge partner, Menstrupedia, a recognized startup which is well known for its work in this field. Additionally, we will spread the impact of this campaign by launching webinars, online quizzes, educational videos through dedicated tech portals via the CityNeeds platform. And we also intend to promote menstrual hygiene awareness among the female workforce in the state. To achieve this in an effective way, we would like to partner with industries and hold special awareness camps for the women employees and their families. This will result in improved health and life conditions of the workforce. In this way, a collaboration between Women Next Door and industry CSR sport will be manually beneficial and allow this project to achieve its maximum impact. Thank you so much.
You are on a great mission, ma'am. A lot of attention and awareness. Now, I would like to call Dr. S.B. Pandey from Small Ideas and Great Ideas to represent his project.
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर पांदी। मेरी एनजीओ थोड़ी डिफरेंट है बाकियों नालों। इसका नाम है स्मॉल आइडियाज ग्रेट आइडियाज। ये तो छोटे छोटे काम करते हैं जिन्हें नाल इंपैक्ट जिहड़ा है वो काफ़ी बड़ा आता है और उसकी जरूरत भी होंदी है। ये असं मेन दो जिहड़े ने साडे प्रोजैक्ट ने, एक है अपना अवेयरनेस ऑफ सिटीजन राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज। ये असीं अंडर कंज्यूमर राइट्स जिहड़े है अवेयरनेस का ਉਹਦਾ प्रोग्राम शुरू किया होया, जिहदे असीं ब्लॉग के राही जिहड़ियां है वीडियोज़ दिखा के क्विज दिखा के लोगों को अट्रैक्ट करना है ताकि उन्होंने थोड़े प्राइजेस मिल जाए और वो वीडियोज़ देखने से उन्होंने अवेयरनेस जी है रिगार्डिंग कंज्यूमर प्रोटैक्शन एक्ट वो बढ़े। तो सैकेंड जी है सारा मेन प्रोजैक्ट है वो रिफाइनमेंट ऑफ सिटीज़ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर। ये देखा भी अपना कई छोटे छोटे काम होंगे ने जोड़े भी कारपोरेशन से आप डिपेंडेंट हो जाते हैं, पर कारपोरेशन को भी बहुत ज़्यादा काम होंगे ने जिहदे करके छोटे काम जोड़े ने रह जाते हैं। तो जिवें एक सड़क के उत्ते थोड़ा खड्डा ही होंगे, उन्होंने कोई नहीं भरता जल्दी जल्दी, जो सड़क नवी बनेगी अपने आप ही भरिया जाएगा। वो किन्ने व्हीकल्स ने जोड़े फटाफट रोज़ रोज़ डेली जाते हैं और वो डैमेजेस किन्ने होंगे ने उन्होंने करने ਜਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਡੀਸੀ ਆਫਿਸ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਰਿਸੈਪਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਬਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਗੰਦੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ, ਔਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਪਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਕਰਟਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਫਟੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੋਟਿਸ ਬੋਰਡ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਬੜੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਨੋਟਿਸ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੇ 2014 ਦੇ ਵੀ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਲੀਨ ਕਰਨਾ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਪਲੇਸਿਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਲਾਈਕ ਬੱਸ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਨੇ, ਰੇਲਵੇ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਿਊਟੀਫਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ। ਹਰ ਚੌਂਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਈਲੈਂਡ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਬੜੇ ਗੰਦੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੋਇਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਿਊਟੀਫਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਪਲਾਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਚੰਗੀ ਲੁੱਕ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਸਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਆਵੇ। ਗੌਰਮੈਂਟ ਪਲੇਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਿਟਿੰਗ ਪਲੇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਉਹ ਸਿਟਿੰਗ ਅਰੇਂਜਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨਾ, ਉਹਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਜੋ ਕੁਛ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਬੈਟਰ ਵੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਕਰਨਾ। ਤੇ ਔਰ ਦੈਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਮੇਰੀ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਵੀ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਜੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਹੀਕਲ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਸੇ ਟਾਟਾ 407। ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਰੋਡ ਰੋਲਰ ਵੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਇੰਸਟੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਟੀਰੀਅਲ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੋਟ ਹੋਲਸ ਲਈ, ਉਹ ਰੈਡੀ ਮਿਕਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੱਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਖੋਲੋ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਆਕਸੀਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁੱਕ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਰੋਡ ਰੋਲਰ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਟੋਏ ਭਰੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟਾਈਲ ਵਰਕ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਕੰਟਰੈਕਟਰ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਚੰਗੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ, ਮੀਨਸ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਟੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ, ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹਦਾ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਟੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ। ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁਣ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਬੋਰਡ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਬੋਰਡ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਪਰ ਉਹ ਬੋਰਡ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਟਰੀ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਇਹ ਮਿਸ ਮੈਚਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਕਿਆ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਬੋਰਡ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀ ਜਾਂ ਟਰੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀ, ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਟਰੀ ਦੀ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਿਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਕੱਟ ਕੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਟਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਰਮਨ ਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ 14-20 ਫੁੱਟ ਲੰਬੇ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੀ ਕਟਿੰਗ ਕਰਕੇ ਟ੍ਰਿਮਿੰਗ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ। ਡਾਇਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਬੋਰਡ ਬੜੇ ਗਲਤ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਸਪੈਲਿੰਗ ਮਿਸਟੇਕਸ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਠੀਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਲਗਾਉਣਾ, ਕਿਹੜੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਬੋਰਡ ਲਗਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਦੱਸਣੀ ਆ। ਐਸੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਕੰਮ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੌਰਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਚੱਲਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਜਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ। ਸੋ ਸਮਾਲ ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼ ਗ੍ਰੇਟ ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸਰ।
So undoubtedly, your ideas are great, and we wish you all the best for your future projects. Now, we want Jeet Foundation, Mrs. Sukhwinder Kaur, to present her project.
ਅੱਜ ਪੰਜਾਬ NGO ਨੀਟ 2022 ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੀਡਸ ਔਰ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ 4 ਪਿਲਰਸ ਦਾ ਥੈਂਕਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਰੂਬਰੂ ਹੋਣ ਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ। ਮੈਂ ਸੁਖਵਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਜੀਤ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੈਲਫ ਹੈਲਪ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ NGO ਦੇ ਮਾਧਿਅਮ ਤੋਂ 2012 ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਰਥਿਕ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੋਕੇਸ਼ਨਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਸੈਂਟਰ, ਸਿਲਾਈ ਕਢਾਈ ਔਰ ਬਿਊਟੀ ਪਾਰਲਰ ਦੇ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਕਰਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਟੀਫਿਕੇਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ 3000 ਦੇ ਲਗਭਗ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਣ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਜੌਬ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਪਾਰਲਰ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਬੁਟੀਕ ਖੋਲਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਮਹਾਮਾਰੀ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਸੀਗਾ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਮਾਸਕ ਬਣਾਏ ਔਰ ADC ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਏ। ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੱਲੇ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਪ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੱਥ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਸਲੋ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਸਥਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦਾ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਰਥਿਕ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਮਹਿਲਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਥਰਡ ਜੈਂਡਰ ਟਰਾਂਸਜੈਂਡਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਟਿਚਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਔਰ ਪਾਰਲਰ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇ ਸਕੀਏ। ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਸ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੀਡਸ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ, ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ 1-2 ਲੱਖ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਔਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਸਮਾਰਟ ਵੋਕੇਸ਼ਨਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਰਸ ਦੀ ਔਰ ਲੋੜ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਅਲ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਸ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਹੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਵਧੀਆ ਪੇਮੈਂਟਸ ਲੈ ਸਕਣ। ਅੱਛੀਆਂ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਆਂ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕੀਏ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਜੀਤ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਮਾਧਿਅਮ ਤੋਂ ਵੂਮਨ ਜੇਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਬਰਾਬਰਤਾ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਣਾ ਸਕੀਏ। ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਡ੍ਰੀਮਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਮਿਲੇ ਨਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਇਸਕਾ ਗਮ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਦੇ ਵੱਲ ਵਧਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਗਰ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਪਾਣੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਦੇਵੋ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ ਔਰ ਸਮਾਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ। ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ 200-300 ਮਹਿਲਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਰੋਜ਼ਗਾਰ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਿੱਲਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬਣ ਕੇ, ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤ ਪਿੱਲਰ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਆਵੋ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਟਾਈਪ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਜ਼ਗਾਰ ਦੇ ਸਕੀਏ। ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦਿਓਗੇ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
It was great hearing your projects. Now I would like our respected panelists to give their precious feedback. CSR. May I ask Gautam Malhotra from CICU, Vice President, to represent his views on our projects? Mr. Gautam Malhotra. Okay, I guess there is some technical issue. I would like to invite Naveen Agarwal, sir, Finance and CSR Head from Upkar Spring, to give his views. Naveen Agarwal sir, please join us and give your feedback.
हेलो
Yes sir.
नमस्कार साਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ मैं यही कहना चाहना है कि ਜਿਹੜੇ भी NGOs वगैरह वर्क कर रहे हैं इंडस्ट्री तो ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੰਡਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਲੀ ਯੂਟਿਲਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੰਡਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਲੀ ਯੂਟਿਲਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਨੈਚੁਰਲੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਕੇ NGOs ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਇਹੀ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੀਡਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਫੰਡਸ ਯੂਟਿਲਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਵੈਲਫੇਅਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਲੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੰਡਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਲੀ ਯੂਟਿਲਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋਏ ਹੈ थैंक यू
थैंक यू सो मच सर। तो जैसे कि आपने कहा कि आपको ये मेक श्योर नहीं कर पाते कि एक्चुअली फंड्स सही जगह पे यूज हो रहे हैं या नहीं, तो उसका सोल्यूशन व्हाट इंडस्ट्री सीक, मतलब जब भी आप किसी प्रोजेक्ट में इन्वेस्ट करते हो, सो हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर कि these funds will be used? Are you invested in the procedure of using that fund as well? नवीन सर।
हेलो
या
हाँ जी मतलब हम उनको कोई डॉक्यूमेंट एविडेंस प्रोवाइड कर सकें कि ये हमने पैसा खर्च किया है कहाँ कहाँ खर्च किया है उनके हम अकाउंटिंग रिकॉर्ड्स वगैरह उनको प्रोड्यूस कर सकेंगे ये आपकी मनी जो भी है वो इस पर्पस के लिए प्रॉपर्ली यूटिलाइज हुई है।
और इंडस्ट्रीज किस टाइप के प्रोजेक्ट में इंटरेस्टेड रहती है, बीट मेडिकल और मोर ऑफ एजुकेशनल, सो प्रेफरेंस क्या होता है?
नहीं कुछ भी हो सकता है, सोशल नीड तो हर एक टाइप की है, किसी टाइप की हो सकती है, बच्चों की एजुकेशन हो सकती है,
डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स, ऐसे कुछ स्पेसिफिक नहीं होता?
नहीं स्पेसिफिक कोई नहीं।
Okay, thank you so much, sir. May I ask Neeru Agarwal ma'am to give her feedback on our NGOs? Neeru ma'am, are you there? Okay. Gautam Malhotra, Vice President CICU. Sir, may we hear from you now? Gautam sir? Now I would request our co-founder RP Singh, who will share about the working of CityNeeds. Over to you, RP Singh.
Thank you, Kritika. First of all, thank you to all our NGO partners who have shared their encouraging projects, which will definitely make a very big social impact. And as you know, we are standing with you all the time to make your projects successful. So let me take a few minutes to talk about CityNeeds for people who are joining us for the first time today. Many of you already know about CityNeeds, but let me take some time to go through what we do and what we have done so far in the last 1 year. Exactly 1 year back on this day, we launched CityNeeds at World NGO Day itself. And when we hosted the first ever exhibition of NGOs in Ludhiana. Ever since then, we have covered a long distance. Today, we are a government recognized startup. We are primarily there to bridge the gap between NGOs of a city, donors and volunteers who are willing to help. Basically, we are trying to make people understand that you can donate locally. So CityNeeds as a platform is there who helps you to donate locally. So as I mentioned, we are a registered and approved startup by Government of India. We are a registered MSME unit. The basic premise of our platform is using technology so that we can enhance our reach to people who need us. We are certified by Startup India. In terms of what we do, so there are many stakeholders, many ecosystem partners of a particular society, and we try to connect all of these stakeholders so that they can connect, communicate, and transact amongst each other. So these various stakeholders could be NGOs, institutions, hospitals, corporate sector, government administrations, donors, and volunteers. So all these people, when they work together with each other, the result is a better society, and that is what we do at CityNeeds. Why do we exist? Basically, if we look, we know that all of us, people, industry people, government, they generally donate to religious institutions or the most popular NGOs, which are typically 2 to 3 NGOs of a particular city. And despite doing so much of great work, many NGOs of a city, they do not get a required amount of support and visibility from its own fellow citizens. So if we look at government welfare schemes also, they are being advertised a lot, but nobody has full knowledge of how they work and how somebody can avail benefits of those government schemes. So when we take all that into account, it creates a huge problem, because of which, the people who need help do not get help at the right time. So we provide services such as the platform itself, which is the tech platform for crowdfunding. People can donate online directly on our platform, which directly goes to the NGO's account. We help NGOs in content creation through photo and video shoots. We do organize trainings and awareness drives. We promote causes and projects of NGOs like we are doing today. We organize lots of events of various types. I will cover those in what we have done. In a nutshell, we are trying to build a community of people who want to help each other. If we look at who all can benefit from CityNeeds, it is typically NGOs, people in need, institutes, industry, clubs, hospitals, students, district administration, and society at large. And how can they benefit? Basically, getting funds, volunteers, material, advertising support, CSR support, training, events, welfare schemes, and above all, the upliftment of the entire society. As I said, it's been a encouraging 1 year so far. We have raised funds of more than 57 lakhs in that 1 year. We have over 50 NGOs registered on our platform from Ludhiana itself. We organized first ever NGO Expo last year on this very day to launch CityNeeds. We executed a very interesting project of counseling the COVID patients. We have organized vaccination camps with the help of our NGO partners. We have launched our COVIDpedia YouTube channel, where anyone can go to that channel and know more about how to deal with COVID before, pre-COVID, post-COVID, all kinds of COVID question and answers are available there. We we have done campaigns like oximeter collection, book collection drive, provided refreshments to nursing staff. We have done plantation drives. Recently, in the last festival season, we organized a very, very unique NGO carnival where a lot of NGOs demonstrated and tried to sell products made by them. So this was done during Diwali time. So as I said, it has been a very, very exciting journey so far. So going forward, I think we want to expand into various cities, and these are the sectors that we currently deal in. Community development, which includes child welfare, environment and civic issues, girl and women, road safety. In education and economic development, we deal with education as a sector, employment and entrepreneurship, self-help groups, and under healthcare and disabilities, blood donation, differently abled, health and family welfare, patient care, and under rehabilitation, food and clothing, shelter. These are all the areas that we deal in. And we have partner NGOs with their causes and projects listed under all these sectors available on CityNeeds. Anyone who is willing to help, who is willing to donate or volunteer can go to cityneeds.info and can choose their favorite projects and donate or volunteer for a specific project. So with that, I will hand it back to Kritika. If there are any queries, we are here. And Kritika, over to you, please.
Thank you, Arpi, for a brief of CityNeeds. I would request all of you to visit our website, www.cityneeds.info, to know more about us. And today we have a legal expert joined with us, Dr. Neeru ma'am. So ma'am, can we hear from you now? Your views on our NGOs projects?
Hello, everyone. Hope it is audible to all.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, today I have listened all the projects, the commendable job the NGOs are doing very well. So I have joined recently. The CityNeeds is quite precious project, and the very good job they are doing. They are giving a very good platform to join the NGOs with the CSR. I am hereby to give you the legal counseling to the different NGOs, then how they can make their presentation to the CSR, and they get the right way. They can take the benefits from the CSR. So I am here. They can contact me later also through the CityNeeds. By one, I will answer all the queries later on. Thank you very much. I am not very comfortable with today's webinar. I am a little bit sick today.
Okay, ma'am. Still, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm deeply honored to take this opportunity to invite our chief guest, Shri M Goel, advises Punjab CSR Authority today. Sir, I request you to kindly share your valuable perspective on this important topic of CSR and the role of NGOs. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Can you listen me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Very good afternoon to all present here. At the outset, I wish safety, welfare, and good health for all of us, for the planet. In Sanskrit, it is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Nirame. Om Shanti. I am very thankful to Mr. Maneet Diwanji and Shri R.P. Singh ji of NGO CityNeeds for arranging this webinar and making me and the Punjab CSR Authority as part of this seminar. So today we have with us not many NGOs doing wonderful job. along with the well-known personalities from Punjab industry, especially the Ludhiana industry. We have Upkar Singh ji with us, or we have Madam Nidula Jain from the Shingora Textile, and various other dignitaries. These are to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day for all of us. It's the NGO day. Congratulations and thanks to all the amazing NGOs that are working tirelessly to make this world a better place to live. We all put on record our heartfelt appreciation for these NGOs, for the great work they have been doing, they have done, and they would be doing. Your selfless service for the development of society is well reflected and accepted worldwide. We also understand the challenges you face in your sustainability process. As we have listened to you, you're all facing kind of a difficulty in getting funds and various other issues. I, as a government representative, as an advisor to the Punjab CSR Authority, wish to facilitate your requirements vis-a-vis needs of the society. It's a kind of matchmaking between the haves and have-nots. The corporate sector, the industry, they are all the haves, and the NGOs. I mean, they are the facilitators of all these projects, and the have-nots is the society at large. We are helping in various ways. Now, without taking much of time, I would take you through my slides about the legal parameters of CSR, as well as what Punjab CSR Authority is. I'm sure most of you are not aware of what Punjab CSR Authority is. It's a very recently constituted body. The Punjab Cabinet approved this body in the month of November 2019. And since then it's working. Thereafter COVID came, and it's a very lean kind of entity. We are only 5 people there. Me, my boss is there, Chief Executive Officer, and I have a technical expert with me, and 2 class 3 or 4. I mean, we are only 5 people, very lean kind of management we have. Now, Kritika, can you take me through this, my slides, share with everyone?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sir, it is already shared with everyone.
Yeah. Please go back to the first one.
Okay. Is it okay?
No. Back, still back.
This one, sir?
Yeah. As you all can see, I would be reading from this. What Punjab CSR Authority is. As I said, it's only around 2 years old, 2021. So this is February 22. So the official Punjab CSR Authority is the official interface of the Government of Punjab with corporate India for channelizing of corporate social responsibility funds, that is the CSR funds, which come from the corporate sector, for the planned and equitable deployment in the priority projects within the state. So these are the funds coming from you, Ludhiana being number 1, I mean, for giving out the funds, having a lot of corporates there. It's a legal, as on today, it's a legal terms. I mean, we have been doing philanthropy, the world at large, the all India, this thing, population, and the Punjabis especially, they have been doing philanthropy, but only very recently, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the Government of India, put the CSR into the government legal language as per Section 135 of the Companies Act. Section 135 of the Companies Act 2013. The companies which have their net worth, I mean, Kritika, please go on to the next and second and third slide. Kritika, next, second, third. Yeah. You can see as per Section 135 of the Companies Act. Next, please. Yeah. Companies having their net worth more than 500 crores or more, or companies having their turnover of rupees 1,000 or more, or net profit of rupees 5 crore or more. Even one out of these 3 is ticked yes, then the company is eligible or company is liable for contributing 2% of the last 3 years average profit, net profit, for the CSR work. What does all this include under the CSR activities? I'll show you in the next slide. But this 2% of the last 3 years average profit could be spent anywhere in Punjab, anywhere in India, not only in Punjab. I mean, a company sitting in Bihar or Bengal can spend in Punjab, or a company sitting in Punjab can spend elsewhere throughout India, because it's a central act, and the government of India per se doesn't want to distinguish between the states. It's a for the development of the country at large. So 2% emanating out of these companies as CSR could be spent anywhere in the country. So next slide shows you the 12 activities which are covered under Schedule 7, linked with the Section 135 of the Companies Act. Under this schedule, you can see nearly all the activities under the sun, under this world, which could be covered. You can think of anything. If I go on reading for you, this would be promoting education. I mean, promoting education, you can set up your own schools, colleges, universities under the CSR. Then the next one comes the eradicating hunger, poverty, malnutrition, healthcare. All the COVID funds were covered under this category. Then we have slum development can be done, rural development, ensuring environment sustainability, below the water, over the water, contributing to the PM relief fund, then promoting gender equality for the empowerment of the child and the woman, then ensuring environment sustainability, protecting national heritage, contribution to the incubators. I mean, you will be little surprised as to how the incubators are part of this. Employment generation is a mandatory process. It's a very important process. This takes care of the raw material, the finished goods, the value addition, and the law and order position. More and more people, if are employed, it's a better peaceful environment that we have. So this is also part of the CSR funding. Training to promote the rural sports. I mean, sports definitely are very important for the society as a segment. Then we have the benefit for the armed forces, the veterans, armed veterans. We can contribute for the welfare of the for the armed forces also, the army veterans also. Then we pay for, then we are, I mean, disaster management, you can say, for the Bhuj and all other calamities, the funds emanating from the corporate, what the CSR funds. So under this notification of Punjab CSR Authority, we have two very senior level boards, senior level umbrella categories. One is the Punjab CSR board. Punjab CSR board is chaired by the Honorable CM. Whoever is the Chief Minister of the state of Punjab is the chairman of the Punjab CSR board. The other members of the board are the Minister of Health and Family Welfare, because health is a very big issue. Then we have the Minister of Finance. The money makes the mayor go. So Finance Minister is the part of this. And the Department of Industries and Commerce Ministry is also there, because we are the member secretary. For your information, the department, this Punjab CSR Authority comes under the Department of Industries and Commerce, and Department of Industries and Commerce has its headquarters in Udyog Bhavan Sector 17, and being taken care of through GMDICs. I am sure most of you are aware of the structure of the Punjab Department of Industries. Then under the board, we have a body called Punjab CSR Authority. So I am from the authority's secretariat. So this is the Punjab CSR Authority. Whosoever is the chairman, whosoever is the chief secretary of the state is automatically the Punjab CSR Authority chairman. So like now we have Anirudh Tiwari ji, he is the chief secretary come chairman of the Punjab CSR Authority. So we have the members both from the industry as well as the government. Here you can see, besides membership from various departments like finance, health, education, we have the members from CII, FICCI, PhD, SHM, and if any of you can contribute for the welfare or towards the betterment of the CSR Authority, you can also request us. We can invite you in any of the future meetings of the CSR. So how this CSR Authority or CSR 12 activities became part of the Indian statute book, how these became the part of the legal document, the background goes in 2015, 185 countries under the UN banner have signed treaty for making this earth a better place. These are the 17 sustainable goals which the world at large through UN think should be taken care of, so that our future generations, जो हमारे बच्चे हैं, ये ना हो कि सारे रिसोर्सेज हमें यूटिलाइज करी जाएं, हमारे बच्चों के हाथ कुछ ना आए. I have seen many of the videos, many of the WhatsApp, wherein the children they are going to their schools having oxygen cylinders on on their back in addition to the school bags. So that kind of situation we do not want to encounter. We do not want to come. We do not want that situation to come. We want our youngsters, हमारे बच्चे हैं, उनके लिए we want a healthy life. That's where we are working. As Kritika, just back, I mean, just 17 slides. I want to little explain on these. As you can see here, if I read for you, number 1 is poverty, number 2 is zero hunger, number 3 good health and well-being, then quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation. Then we have the affordable and clear energy, that's the clean energy, free from the carbon emissions. I mean, away from the hydro energy, even the carbon energy. I mean, we burn the fuel, we get the CO2, carbon monoxide, which pollute the environment. Now we want to have alternate resources of energy, solar energy, wave energy, different kind of energy. Why I'm harping on this? Because Punjab has achieved 100% marks. I'll be showing you in my next slide in achieving this green energy goal. Then we have the decent work and economic growth. Our Department of Industries comes under category 8. We need to have better economic growth. I mean, if I am better than my predecessor, it's a growth. If I am lesser than that, it's a lesser growth. Then we have the industry, innovation and infrastructure. Then we have the reduced inequalities between different castes. We have sustainable cities, responsible consumption and production. We need to be responsible in sustainable consumption. We need to consume less. We should utilize our resources, the raw material, in the best possible way, so as to have maximum productivity, not in our personal consumption, but in our industrial consumption also, so that the raw materials are minimally utilized or optimally utilized, so that they have the sustainable life, so that they stay on the earth for longer and longer period. Then we have 13 is the climate action. We have the life below water, the marine life. This is applicable to the coastal areas, not to a state like Punjab. Then we have life on land. Then we have the peace, justice, strong institutions. So these are the 17 sustainable goals, which somehow are part of the CSR mandate through Schedule 7, read with the Article 135 of the Companies Act. Next, Kritika, next please. So how, I mean, like many of us know, under the ease of doing business, competition is being held between different states, so that we have a better environment for the industry to come up. More and more investments come into my state. Similarly, the different states are compared through the SDG India Index. These SDG India Index have been launched by the Niti Aayog in 2018. I mean, in consultation with all the states, UTs, the UN agencies in India, and the Ministry Government of India, and the key union ministries, which are basically linked through all these sustainable goals. Next, please. So how does the ranking work? There are different, you can read, there are different, in the last slide, you can see the lower most category is the aspirant category, up to 0 to 49 marks. You are the aspirant. If you are doing good enough, then 50 to 64 performer. Then if you are a front runner, still better, 65 to 99. And the achiever means the 100%. So these categories, the comparison of different states is there. I'm happy to announce, we'll be watching in the next slide, that that the Punjab stands at, so this is the all India average. As on today, we scored 66. It means we are in the front runner. I'm very nicely said. We are not the achiever. It's difficult to achieve 100%, but definitely if you are between 65 and 69, we are at 66, being average of all the sustainable goals. So, this is the all India rank. Now we'll see the state-wise. Next slide, please. You can see these are different states. Now we can say Kerala, Himachal Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, they are doing very good. Although they are in the same category as we are, they are in the front runner category where the score is between 65 to 69. But we stand at the middle of it. We are better than the national average. National average is 66 and we are 68. So we are better. But in some of the areas we are lacking. In next slide, I'll show you. Next, we can go back. You can, yeah. I am sitting in Chandigarh and the capital of Punjab and Haryana among states. You can see we are 13, and among the UTs, there are 8 union territories. Chandigarh is the best. So we need to follow the principles what Chandigarh is following, so that the Punjab state gets the #1 category and #1 status in the state. Next, please. Again, next, please. Yeah. So here we can see the achievement in different sustainable goals in the state of Punjab. You can see, we can see slide 2 and 5. Yeah, we can see the slide 5 and 15. 5 is very low in Punjab, gender equality. So we are performing not very good as far as the gender equality is concerned. And similarly for slide 15, life on land. Life on land means polluting industry, meaning thereby we have been adjudged 48 at rank at score 48. We are not doing well. We need to take care of our environment. But the very good point is, as I discussed earlier, in sustainable goal number 7, the clean energy, we have already achieved 100 grade. We are the top performing state in India as far as the sustainable goal of clean energy is concerned. The government of India has kind of given pad to the Punjab for achieving all this. So it's all on us now. It's all on us, the Punjab industry as well as the NGOs, to take care of rest of the sustainable goals, so that Punjab really becomes #1, as was earlier also in many of the areas. I wish Punjab really becomes #1. So now, how the NGOs can be partnered with the Punjab CSR Authority, how we can help you out. See, we have approached all the through the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It's a central government aspect. We download the information from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. I noted down that there are around 200 industrial units which are covered under the definition of 135 section of the Companies Act. So we have written to all these companies to either contribute to the projects of the Punjab government, or give money to the Punjab CSR Authority, so that we can take up the projects of the Department of Education or Health or any other department under the CSR banner. So either you supply us the funds, or we have a number of projects with us. You NGOs are requested to take up any of the projects. You can implement on your own. We'll be very happy. We'll be kind of making you align with the concerned department, say Department of Health or Department of Education. You can put up that project, implement that project directly through your own funding, or the funding which you get from the corporates of your acquaintance. I have written to all the 23 district magistrates and all the departments, around 30 plus. Every DC, deputy commissioner, or every department is giving me around 5 or 6 projects each. I will have a basket of around 100 plus projects. Then I will be showing it to all the corporates that these are the projects. You can take up any of the projects for the implementation. These are the projects which I have gathered till today through my outreach to the various district industry centers, to the various corporates also. I have been in COVID going around in Chandigarh, going around in Punjab, disseminating the information as to what CSR Authority is, as to what CSR provisions are. So like the first one I have with me. So there is a project with me approved by the Ministry of Information and MITI, Ministry of Information Technology. So this is the project which would be taken up by the PAU, Punjab Agriculture University, along with the STPI, Software Technology Parks of India, So this project is worth 20 crore. With this, the productivity of our earth, I mean harvesting, would be increased with the help of innovation, IT innovations. Similarly, out of these 20 crores, the STPI along with Punjab Agriculture University, they are requesting for only 10%, 2 crores of rupees. I am approaching various industrial units covered under the CSR portfolio to contribute rupees 2 crore, so that the seed money is given to them for taking care of this project. Similarly, number 2 project, this is in collaboration with the CDAG. There's an institute of electronics called CDAG with the Indian Cellular Association. Similarly, if I talk of the third project, this is upgradation of the Pushpa Gujarat Society. You know, there is a science city. The technology is from Japan. They want to update it. It's a 15 years old technology. Similarly, number 4, there are some colleges in Punjab where the footfall of students, especially the girl students, is not there. It's because there are no buses ferrying the children, especially the girls, from the villages to the colleges. They are not very comfortable walking and reaching the colleges. So there are 16 colleges. Similarly, for the sanitation projects, there's a project with me. Then the agri machinery for paddy straw management. You are all aware of the paddy difficulty which is going on. The NGT has taken up. Similarly, bio toilets. I mean, the Department of School Education has requested for the bio toilets in 3,000 plus schools. Then the infrastructure renovation of Anganwadis, the renovation of community libraries, and then the B&R projects are there. You can see the strengthening of the roads and the lights, and the Department of Education free bus. I mean, I have similar kinds of projects. So I don't want to bore you with all this. So Kritika, we can jump over to next 2-3 slides where we can show you what we have done. This is what we are requesting. Next. Proactive. You can see I have been to all these companies. I have been to their corporate offices in Punjab itself, to their manufacturing plants, telling them about CSR and requesting them for taking up the projects. You can see these photographs. You can shift on, Kritika, just flip on. This is Bunch Rajpura. This is HUL, Shriram, then HUL again, Nabha, Century Ply, we have talked to them. Refinery, we have talked to them. Suji Star, JCT Fagwada, Mahindra Group, Swaraj. We are requesting them for the first project of this is PAU. Sensitization we have done in all these districts. So now once the COVID is over, I mean, it's almost over, we'll be visiting more of the DICs and more of the industrial units. Any of you willing to have us there, we'll be talking to you once you invite us. So next we can go. Some of the projects which have these are the back one, the last slides. So I'm also in touch with the Rotary International. I'm a member of the Rotary here. So Rotary International has supplied us benches, school benches, in one of the schools in close to my house in district Mohali. If any of you is aware of any school which needs school benches and chairs and these school benches for the students, these could be supplied by the Rotary. Rotary district governor is willing to contribute. I have talked to him. He said, yes, I'm willing to give benches to the schools. These could be supplied. You just have to give me the list of schools and the number of benches you require. I would be trying to ferry them to the destination. Next. So we had in September 2021, we had one of the very first online summit of Punjab CSR. So this was done through an NGO called Satwa. We are in coordination with Satwa. They don't charge anything from us. We don't have the capacity to pay to any of the NGO, any of the bodies doing work for us. They definitely have their own ways to get money from corporates, but we help them in connecting with the Punjab corporate and the Punjab administration. So the Winnie ma'am was the chairperson that time. She was. So these are all the personalities which spoke on that particular event of online in September last year. So next time we'll also have this thing. These are one of the success stories along with the Punjab Police. They have a they have a Sanj, they have an arm called Sanj. Outside the police station, they have a small building, Sanj, where non-police stuff, kind of police verification, passport verification, tenant verifications are done. Along with Sanj, we took up some project wherein we gave some token of love to the poor families. Winter Vans project. This was done last 13th of January of last year. I mean, we gave some gifts, 11,000 gifts given to the poor families. Some woolens were given, some utensils, cooker and something like that, so that the ladies, poor ladies, make smokeless food. They don't have to use their normal utensils. We gave them cookers and all this. We try to give them. So I mean, we'll be continuing with the same effort in future also, so that all ladies are able to cook without smoke. Next. So this Winter Vans project was started by the then DGP. You can see the DGP on my left is Dr. Goel. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the Punjab CSR Authority. I am here on the right side. I am the advisor. So I mean, the donation is being done by the DGP Punjab of those times, and the lady is a recipient. And this effort, this step was replicated by the concerned SSPs also, concerned district police also, through their Sanj arm. Next. Winter Vans, next. This was the box. I mean, on the box we wrote. So this is one of the success stories. I mean, many of the NGOs, they're working in the domain of education. And here we got around 35 lakhs as CSR funding from a non-Punjab based company, Tata Power. So since my senior is based out of Punjab, out of Mumbai, he was in touch with the Tata Power. Tata Power gave us 35 lakhs rupees. We are giving this money directly to the Department of School Education, and we both are in touch with the UNICEF. We have already developed a portal for the benefit of the students. Yes. So the portal has already been developed for the government school students right from 9th to 12th. So you can see around 10 lakhs, 8+ lakh students have been benefited, and there are, I mean, more than 3,500 schools have been benefited. This is all meant for the government schools. The DDOs, the deputy DDOs, district education officers, deputy education officers, they have been trained as to how to log in, and they are teaching the students as to what are the future prospects, both in education and employment, not only in Punjab, but in India, internationally also. The online portal was recently launched in November 2021. So by the Honorable Minister of those times. So this is one of the successes that we have achieved. Number two, last year we got around 2 crores of rupees from the HDFC Bank from their CS outlay. They gave us the money, and we gave this 2 crores of money directly to the STPI. I am sure most of you are aware of this entity called Software Technology Parks of India. There are 2 software technology parks of India in Punjab, one in Mohali, another in Amritsar. These are the bodies of the Department of Electronics, Government of India. So we are creating an incubation facility for 250 startups there, which would be augmented to 500. So we are funding those startups. Once these startups come up, you can simply imagine the kind of employment and the value addition done. 250 startups. If you think 5 employees per startup, they'll be employing 250 into 5, more than 1,000 persons would be employed, and that too in very high domain of salaries and infrastructure. And the kind of facilities they will create for all of us. A great salute to our IT guys who have done wonderful job, not only in Punjab, not only in India, but internationally. They have raised the level of our respect. Now, if we go internationally, people ask us, "You are Indian? Are you an IT guy?" This is the thing I have come across. He's our CEO, Dr. Sandeep Goel. 10 or 12 years back, he was the chairman of the one of the Dansus group, very iconic advertising agency. He works out of Mumbai. So these two, I mean, we 3 are there. I mean, lean again. So we 3 are working for CSR Authority. So you can invite me anytime. I can, whatever knowledge, little knowledge I have, I can share it with you. With this, Ritika, you can share my number with all of them. This is 98144 46550. 98144 46550. Anybody, any NGO can contact me 24/7. I would be reaching their doorsteps for telling them as to which companies are there, which are contributing for Punjab or India. I understand time is, I can see you are here. Time is running out, Kritika. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot for listening me.
Sir, I wanted
Thank
to
you.
ask a question.
Yes.
As you presented some projects that you have already on board, so are you open for some new projects as well?
Definitely. I mean, see, I have, we already, see, there is no limit to any goodness. You can give me anyone, you can give me any number of projects. We have our website, pcsra.punjab.gov.in. You can see what we have done. It's a very small website, not very exhaustive, because we are a newborn child kind of stuff, only 2 years old. You are welcome with your projects, and we have a good corpus of money also. We can fund it to you also. You can fund me. You can take up the projects directly in any of the ways. I mean, there is no methodology, otherwise strict methodology that this should be followed. No, we are comfortable with anything you come up. We are very flexible.
Please repeat your numbers. So please repeat your number, please.
98.
Yes.
144.
Yes, sir.
46.
Yes.
550.
Thank you so much, sir.
I can share my email also, but number would be comfortable. But don't expect me to respond you within half an hour. So I have to see what your project is, evaluate that. But definitely, I will be responding that. Once again, a big thank to all of you, to the NGOs working in many fields for the betterment of Punjab, and especially to the CityNeeds, RP Singh ji and his colleague. They connected with me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Goel sir. Thank you.
So thanks to you for sharing this valuable information with our audience. We have all learned immensely about CSR and its value in society. Now I would invite Mrs. Mridula Jan to give vote of thanks speech. Mridula ma'am, over to you, please.
Namaskar, everybody. Am I audible, Kritika?
Yes, ma'am,
you're
audible.
Okay.
Yeah, you're audible, ma'am.
First of all, I must say that I'm humbled at what I have listened and gone through. First of all the NGOs, the 9 NGOs who were able to give their presentation, and how, because of CityNeeds, Ludhiana was frankly, they were devoid of all the information as to who all are working with whom all. It is only through Mr. Maneet Diwan's, and today I have seen Mr. RP Singh also there. It is through them that the whole of the city has benefited, I think, to the utmost. In last 1 year, it has changed the very scenario, the way NGOs have been working. सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहूंगी कि even every individual at his own level wants to, maybe be a part of the city, be a part of the society. हम अब आज जो यूक्रेन में देख रहे हैं, हमारे खालसा भाई, हमारे ISKCON के members, how they are going out distributing food and distributing, Sikh brethren are always the first ones to go. I am proud of that fact. And I am a Hindu, I am a Jain. पर मैं अपनी एग्जांपल दूंगी बाद में अपनी जैन्स की, या हम लोग क्या करते हैं, पर जो हमारी सोसाइटी है सिख भाइयों की, या कुछ ऐसे ISKCON टाइप के जो कुछ सोसाइटीज हैं, how they help out is amazing. We must thank our stars that we have you people with us. और बाकी जो हमारे NGOs, जिसने जो इस टाइम आज शेयर किया है, आशा चिन्ह जो अपने एजुकेशन के लिए कर रहे हैं, इनिशिएटिव्स ऑफ चेंज, एक नूर सेवा केंद्र, जो हॉस्पिटल उन्होंने ऐसा बना लिया जो हम सोच भी नहीं सकते थे. Everybody, I think I cannot name everybody, helping hands, women next door, small ideas. डॉक्टर थानी के तो आइडियाज ही इतने जबरदस्त है कि मेरे ख्याल में गवर्नमेंट को इनके जैसों को ही अपने हेड्स बनाना चाहिए कि जो आगे उनको ले जा सके. बिकॉज some our bureaucrats or our officials, sometimes they do not have brains to think also, but we need people like Dr. Pandhi कि जो small ideas, big ideas वाले जैसे बने हुए हैं हमारे पास. So it is my, with my utmost heart that I want to thank everybody. पर आज जो मेन हमारा मुद्दा था, हमारा टॉपिक है CSR का. पहले उपकार सिंह जी ने बड़ी प्रैक्टिकल ओपिनियन दी अपनी. He has always been very, very practical in everything. And whatever he says is something which is really happening on the floor. But what Mr. Goel has actually shared with us is very knowledgeable. How much the government wants to do and how much they are able to interact with the corporates, और किस तरह से वो एक चेन बना रहे हैं जिस चेन के साथ थ्रू द NGOs हमारी हेल्प सोसाइटी तक पहुंच सकती है. गोयल साहब, मैं एक चीज शेयर करना चाहती हूँ with NGOs and with the CityNeeds. आज की डेट में बिकॉज ऑफ द कोविड हमारी जो इंडस्ट्री है जिसके साथ हम लोग अटैच हो रहे हैं, जो तो कॉर्पोरेट लेवल है, द हायर कॉर्पोरेट लेवल, ऑफ कोर्स दे आर वेरी मच in a position to share because 5 crore is the minimum profit and 500 crore and all that stuff, but Mr. Upkar Singh Ahuja will also agree with me. In our industry, we are basically more of MSME sector and we do not fall under that category. पर आप हैरान होंगे अगर नहीं भी हम फॉल कर रहे, हम लोग अपनी तरफ से बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं. मैं अब एक अपना छोटा सा एग्जांपल दे रही हूँ. मैं जैन फैमिली से हूँ. माय हस्बैंड यूज्ड टू, जैन्स की आदत है जी कि हमारे कोई रिलीजियस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आती है, दे आस्क फॉर डोनेशंस, वी गिव. तो माय हस्बैंड यूज्ड टू ऑलवेज गिव. बट once my kids joined my factory Shingora, one day I said to my husband, when the one Jain association had come, I told him, I said, sir, when I started to work, this is after I started to work, I said, look, I really cannot say no to you because my husband is willing to give you money, but I would like you to use that money not for making only temples, please. So let it move into something, मतलब कोई कुछ भी चाहे वोकेशनल हो, जो हेल्थ सेक्टर हो. और उससे रिजल्ट क्या हुआ, लुधियाना में विजयानंद डायग्नोस्टिक सेंटर जो बना है वो मिस्टर सिकंदर लाल जैन ने, उसके बाद ही वो बना. सो इट वाज मे बी वो स्मॉल आइडियाज बिग आइडियाज में मेरा शायद थोड़ा सा शेयर था. और मेरी अपनी शिंगोरा में माय ओन सन टोल्ड माय हस्बैंड कि पापा, why do you keep on giving money for Jains this thing? Why don't we utilize that money to do something else? And that is the time Shingora Family Foundation started, and we started educating girls from the poorest of the poor families. उस टाइम पर CSR गवर्नमेंट की ये वाली क्लॉज भी नहीं थी और हम लोग CSR के अंडर भी नहीं आते थे. So we started educating girls. We are at this time we are educating 56 girls जिनको हम from home back to home, for everything we are paying, whatever we have gone through on different curves of businesses, but still we are doing it. So मेरा point ये है कि हम as society, Hindu society, सब लोग कुछ ना कुछ अपने हिसाब से करना चाहते हैं और करते भी हैं. सिर्फ हमारी जो linkages हैं वो सही नहीं है. हमारा सिटी में हमारी जो NGOs देखिए काम कर रही हैं, सिटी नीड्स ने बहुत कुछ एम्पावर कर दिया टू टेल देम दैट यू पीपल आर डूइंग दिस, एंड इंडस्ट्री नाउ टू नो व्हाट these people are doing and how can we, through their services, how can we better our society and better our city also. हमारा लुधियाना ही at this moment is in dire need of cleaning. It is one of the dirtiest cities, I would say. I am proud to be a Ludhianite, but at the same time, I'm very sorry, even though I'm working with a very big NGO, Let's Clean Ludhiana Foundation, फिर भी we lack that sense, that culture of getting the city clean. So that is where the role of NGOs come in, और NGOs ही उसको empower करते हैं, और आपकी जो CSR की सोसाइटी है, कॉर्पोरेट्स के थ्रू है, उसको इंटरलिंक करके उनको जोड़ सकती है. So that is a great benefit that CityNeeds has been able to connect the two. तो मैं ये चाहूंगी एक out of the box, Mr. Goel, if I can say something, you know what, when I started I said I am Jain, I am Hindu. हमारे जैन टेम्पल्स में सर इतना पैसा है, पर हम लोग वो सिर्फ मंदिरों की बॉडी बनाने में ही लगा देते हैं. अगर हमारा maybe through social organizations or through social initiations or through government, some kind of government, I don't know, legalities, if we ask them even for 10% or 20% of their charity to be devoted to the welfare of the society close by. अगर मंदिर हमारा सिविल लाइंस में है तो हम सिविल लाइंस के मंदिर को कहे कि जो सिविल लाइंस के स्कूल्स हैं, जो सिविल लाइंस का हेल्थ का जरूरत है गरीबों की, स्लम ड्वेलर्स की, उसमें पैसा लगा दीजिए, उनकी मैनेजमेंट उसको देखे, तो मेरे ख्याल में हम वी कैन बी अ बेटर सोसाइटी. क्योंकि वी हैव सो मच मनी लाइंग इन अवर टेम्पल्स. आई नो ऑल द गुरुद्वारास एंड ऑल, दे कीप ऑन डूइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स, बट वी द हिंदू टेम्पल्स आर नॉट डूइंग इट. आई थिंक मे बी बहुत बड़ी सोसाइटीज है जो साउथ की तिरुपति टेम्पल या वैष्णो देवी टेम्पल, वो लोग करते होंगे क्योंकि दे हैव huge funds, but the medium scale जो सिटी में हमारे, कम से कम लुधियाना में मेरे ख्याल में how many temples we have and how much money must be lying there in their treasure boxes, nobody has any clue. So maybe my out of the box idea, if somebody can, you know, go to them, convince them, okay, let us start to work, maybe we can help our society better. Anyway, that was something totally different. But I must thank you, Mr. Goel and Upkar Singh ji, and definitely my NGO brethren. You are doing great, and we expect that we will all be trying to work at the best of our capabilities and help our society as much as we can. Thank you so much, and thank you, CityNeeds. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much to you, ma'am. Your energy is really, really contagious. And we are so thankful to you for always standing by us and inspiring us. And this discussion was really fruitful for our partner NGOs and for us as well. Thanks to everyone for joining us today. I hope you'll have a good day and happy Sunday. Thank you so much.